horror fans, and welcome to another episode of Silver Screams Reacts. Tonight we are reacting to the Comic-Con trailer for The Exorcist. Ooh. One of the greatest horror movies ever made is being turned into a series for Fox.
It worked for Scream!
It worked for Scream. It worked for Hannibal to an extent in terms of, well, a lot of people, even though the ratings weren't great, a lot of people loved it.
A lot of people adored Hannibal.
It worked for Damien. It worked for Bates Motel, so why not? Yeah, let's go ahead and see this. So it'll be interesting to see if they're closer to the book or the original film.
Well, didn't Exorcist get a sequel at some point?
It got 2 sequels.
Do you think they
three sequels
included in it? That's a good.
That's a good thumbnail.
Yep, and it's on Fox, so you have to wonder how far they can go.
Exactly, how much they'll pull their punches.
Because the censors were kind of stupid when it came to Hannibal.
But that was for NBC.
That's true.
Father Marcus,
What do you want?
I was told you were an exorcist.
Who exactly told you that?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I think it does.
That's what's his name?
Oh.
I'm
Series
not a crazy
event.
person. I'm not saying you're crazy. There is something inside
Oh.
my house.
Gina Davis.
It's a demon. Angela, demons aren't real. They are metaphors. It's trying to take my daughter.
Move!
You're being manipulated by forces you can't even begin to understand. Father Tomas, the rising star.
I think God spoke to me today. What did he say? He said, I want you to help his family.
Anybody out there?
You're afraid?
Yeah, you should be too. Look at what we Marcus.
Okay. It's kind of hard to tell whether or not it's pulling more from the novel, because in the original, or not novel, book, because supposedly the book is based on a true story.
As most exorcism movies / stories are.
It looks like there was definitely a possessed boy there, and that's the way it was in the book. I kind of like the diversity route.
Yeah.
Because it was Damien in the original movie who was the priest who had a crisis of faith, and this looks like it's Father Tomas. I missed his last name. So, I like the diversity angle they're going for. And yeah, it definitely looked like there were some multicultural people thrown in there. The eye thing, because yeah, there were 2 instances of someone's eyes doing something weird. And filmmakers are trying different ways to sort of convey that there's something inside somebody. Like in The Possession, they were like, look, there are fingers down this girl's throat. And in Insidious 3, there was like, oh, look, there's an eye looking back at me when we look down her throat. And yeah, I guess here it's like, just
body horror.
2 eyeball things in the same eye, whatever. So you can definitely tell filmmakers and people in television are having a hard time. Like, how else do we convey in a way that hasn't been done before? There's something in this person.
They're having a crisis. Here we go.
Get out. The interesting thing for me is I'd love to hear some of the behind-the-scenes stories, because the behind-the-scenes of the original Exorcist is a trip.
I hear that there were problems.
Problems to say the least. They thought the set was actually haunted. They actually had a priest come in and try to perform an exorcist on the set. Because that's how bad things were getting. So I'm wondering if they have such issues here. And I feel like it's fair to say we're both Catholic, so when you talk about actual demons and possessions and stuff, it rings in a different way than, say, somebody who's an atheist watching this stuff.
Yeah. If you're an atheist, you're just like popcorn.
You're like, whatever.
I guess, I don't know. But yeah, going the Catholic route's just like,
yep, this is a thing that we're looking at.
well,
It's
a lot
fine.
of demonic possessions that we saw in the Bible were likely the result of epilepsy or some
Yeah.
form of other disease.
Yeah, and
or
even here,
condition.
and the thing about Damien in the original is that he was having a crisis of faith. And you sort of see that in Tomas as well.
There's no
He's
such
like,
thing as demons.
demons are metaphors.
Like, I used to live
Not
in
this
a
one.
haunted house.
This is a literal one.
Like, I used to live in a haunted house. I will believe some shit.
But yeah, so all in all, it looks well shot. It looks well acted. I'm not sure how much they can actually do on Fox though. It's not like this is an AMC show, and
Yeah.
I guess.
And censors will go after the stupidest stuff.
Well, and it's not like when a show is on AMC, and I feel like maybe that was Hannibal's undoing, was that it was on NBC instead of AMC, because
Or
AMC,
Stars, or
when it believes in its show, even if the ratings aren't there, it will stick by that show. We're turn fans. We know how it goes. So I'm wondering if maybe The Exorcist didn't pick the wrong network.
you know what's going to happen?
What?
It's a show on Fox.
Canceled in one season?
Of course.
Well, and it also
Or it's going to be terrible, and they'll keep it for like 8.
It would that'd be hilarious.
I have no confidence in Fox as a network.
I would actually be okay if this was a mini-series.
Yeah.
Like if this was, because it said, the
television event of the fall.
event of the fall. If they meant like a limited event, like I would totally watch an Exorcist miniseries. It would be great, and that's the thing, is it would have a beginning, a middle, and an end. But that's not what television likes to do these days. They don't.
To drag it out as long as you possibly freaking can, because
And I get concerned again when anything is on Fox. They guillotine things so fast.
like I said, it's going to be great and 1 season, or awful and like 10. Many seasons.
Anyway, so I think that basically sums up our thoughts.
Yeah.
Katie, where can people go if they want to find you?
On Twitter and YouTube at Kiaxet. That's Kiaxet.
And I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheMenguin. That's TheMenguin. Be sure to follow Silver Screams on Twitter and Instagram at Silver_Screams. Like us on Facebook, all that fun stuff. We got a few more of these to pound out before the night is done, but we will see you all next time.